moving through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Okay.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Dearhenna would also be a competent astrologer.
Okay.
The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Okay. So, can we hear that line again?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
Okay. I need to hear this again.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Dearhenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation.
Okay.
The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
So I think I know what we have to do. I think we need to pick one of these. Okay, I think I know it. Okay, so can I hear the line again?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
At night they trailed a drake serpentine. So I think it's not the allegory of alchemical transformation, because that wouldn't make sense. The hourglass represents infinity, so again, that wouldn't make sense. So if there's 3 travelers traveling at night, they
The first verse was,
trailed a
"At
drake
night
serpentine."
they trailed a drake serpentine.
So they were looking at the constellation and were guiding themselves based on that? Maybe? Let's go with this.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Okay. The second verse.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
Oh, really?
You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Okay, can I hear the verse again?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, "A silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold."
No way it's the Death's Head. It doesn't make any sense to be the Death's Head. The White Rose, that's the Order of the White Rose? That doesn't make sense either. What the hell?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, a silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold.
Okay, let's go with the full moon. Because it was night, we're following the constellation, right? Or whatever, the travelers are following the constellation. They're looking for something. So, what's in the sky? It's also a moon, right? A full moon, where you can clearly see all the stars, right? Am I right? I don't know.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Okay, and the third verse?
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
Yeah, it's definitely the mine entrance to the mountainside. Like, yeah, it's definitely that.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Let's oh shit. Let's give it a shot.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Okay. So I'm taking this one, right? Okay. Everybody on their places?
Intruder detected.
Oh shit.
No!
Oh man, it was wrong? Oh shit. Oh shit, we have to find this and enter. Okay. Enter Dearhenna's laboratory. But
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
okay.
I expected a greater challenge. Thus far we've had but riddles fit for beer enthusiasts.
What? Are you kidding me?
Too bad about Gaspar.
Are you kidding me? If I wouldn't have read the book here, I would have never thought about like the entrance this and you know, like yeah. Okay, interesting riddle to be honest, but I think you need to read through everything and search for everything here before you do it. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go in here and see what this guy is all about. Hello there.
A golem. So Dearhenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
Hugh, what do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now
Okay.
we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Oh, I love his voice.
Dearhenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
Awesome
The
voice.
master made me a guardian. Nothing less.
This is the golem
Nothing
that he
more.
taught to speak.
And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
Okay. Well, we kind of know what he is. Who created you? Well, we know who created him. You're a masterpiece? What? Okay, let's go with what exactly are you? This is going nowhere? No, come on. What exactly are you?
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it, better than mine? When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Dearhenna's mastery.
Okay. So, can I go to who is allowed to pass?
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Dearhenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an
Yeah,
intruder?
how do you know we're not
Is it
an
not
intruder?
obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
Okay.
I have other questions.
Should I... Okay.
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Dearhenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Dearhenna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
Oh, I don't think this is gonna work on him. I don't think... Okay.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Okay, then, we won't ask that.
Dearhenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Huh. Shit. I'm gonna try this, but I don't think it'll work.
You're not an automaton. You're self-aware, and you think. You can make decisions.
Shit. Shit, it failed.
You're wrong. I am eloquent and can discern between guests and intruders. I can also deal with the latter. But everything I say and do is limited by my restrictive program. By the way, as an automaton, I am immune to all charms.
Shit.
Stop the intruders.
No. Oh, crap, Baroni. Damn it.
Come on!
Oh man, 2 of them? Seriously? Come on, get in here. Whoa, okay.
We've done it. We've penetrated Dearhenna's laboratory.
I was actually
have a look.
hoping we didn't fight him.
This is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
Dearhenna's notes.
Some bacteria strains.
Great. Orans. Oh man, I was actually hoping that we don't have to fight him. Dearhenna's
Dearhenna's
notes.
notes from a trip he took to Zeracania. Dearhenna describes finding an...
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it.
Okay, wait for Cynthia.
Later
Okay.
Elorn, Lisa Elorn, later dear.
Crap. What is this now?
The device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to
Oh,
be
really?
that kind.
Yeah, exactly.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witches. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host. And survived.
Wow, okay, anything else?
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
Oh,
You
really?
think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today. But he wasn't always.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
because I like you.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived?
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Thanks for the warning.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
I'd like to try the artifact, though.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
How come?
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adelbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Okay. Okay, we're fighting this guy now. Ooh, shit, we're fighting 3 of them. Jesus. Should be hitting this guy. Okay. Okay. There's one more left. Where is he? That's it. You little prick.
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
Of course they do.
Expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
Okay, okay. Fair deal, fair deal.
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
Okay. How do you know I was a raider? No. You read the reports. Yeah, okay. Wait a second.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from...
Yeah.
And then
You haven't...
just be...
You're... And they...
I thought she was going to say something else.
Let's
Okay.
say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Okay.
Well
let's
then,
use
consider
this.
me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Okay.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
Oh, hello. Think of Triss, Vernon, Dandelion, Saskia, Radovid. No, I'm gonna, like, Triss. Come on.
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
Shit. Okay.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's look around here.
Notes from a mutation procedure manual.
And elemental stones. Let's see now. Anything else around here? We got a bunch of swords here, but I don't think... Short sword, rusty dagger. No, we don't need that. White myrtle petals. Talked to Cynthia about Dearhenna's grimoire, but she left. Okay, great. Okay. Wait a second here. So we got Dearhenna's notes here. So let's start with the first one. I have started reviewing the manuscripts. The city annals have survived only in part. The most interesting volumes seem to be missing. Curiously, up to this point, I have not found a single mention of the Vrans. I have happened on an intriguing document. Its content is encrypted and the dialect itself is strange. Deciphering it is consuming a lot of time. I have recognized the word reptiles, which is a promising thread. The document bears the seal of one Geralt. I have never heard of this individual. Number 3 here. I have finally reached the place described by Geralt. My worst suspicions have been confirmed as I have found cells filled with the bones of lizard men. There are more documents too. If the figures can be trusted, the mutated virus was terrifyingly effective. The reptilian tissue must have decomposed instantly. Whoa, reptiles, huh? Okay, number 4 here. I have started to record the mutation procedures once more, this time in a magically protected tome. I now also realize how serious and far-reaching my discovery might prove. If this disease attacked both the Vrans and those Enshade who were not vaccinated, what will happen if someone mad or vile enough can be found among humans? And then number 5... I regret having learned of this dark episode in the city's history. I have become wary of danger, as the elves must surely be aware that someone has discovered their secret. I have made my last stroll into the ruins of the Black Academy. I will seal my laboratory and disappear. The time has finally come to see Zerikania once more. Awesome. Can I also do something here and... No, not Farid. Not Felicia. No. Oh, come on, seriously. Okay, Adalbert was a member of the scientific expedition that had set out to explore the caverns beneath Loch Muin. The man stood out as unpleasant even among sorcerers. One could say that Geralt disliked him from the start, and the feeling was very much mutual. Adalbert had it coming since the start. As the explorers penetrated the underground corridors, he was ever haughty, offered caustic remarks, and never really being useful. True. Once the expedition discovered Dearhenna's laboratory, Adalbert sought to prevent Geralt from getting his part of the loot. Heated words turned to violent deeds, and Geralt gladly killed the mage. Okay, Cynthia. Geralt had not expected to run into Cynthia again, let alone in such an unusual place, but he did. The Nilfgaardian was leading a scientific expedition that was to explore the caverns beneath Loch Muin. Their objective was to reach the laboratory of the famous mage Dearhenna. Throughout their quest beneath the city's ruins, Geralt had remained wary of Cynthia, and for good reason. Yet, as they worked together to overcome mortal danger, the ice between them melted. When a quarrel broke out over Dearhenna's legacy, the sorcerer Adalbert wanted to kill the Witcher. Cynthia, however, took Geralt's side. That is true. No. Okay, cool. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna cut the episode here. We're gonna go back to the surface. We still have the Gargoyle contract, Poker Face, Loch Muin, a tome truly rare, which we didn't finish here, and yeah, we still have a few more quests, and also we have to meet Cynthia apparently again and talk to her about Dearhenna's books here, right? Cool. Okay, Dearhenna's grimoire. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this episode here, guys, and if you did enjoy the video, please consider giving a like. It really helps me out a lot. If you didn't like the video, you can, dislike it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and as always, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.